Hello and welcome to the Yoga Therapy Toolbox. Today we're going to talk about hormones. And as a yoga professional, you really need to understand how they work. There is a little bit of a nuance here because hormones can fluctuate throughout the course of a day. Take, for example, cortisol. Cortisol, we all think of it as a negative hormone. However, it is essential to produce hormones like cortisol in the morning so that we can get out of bed, wake up, and get on with the day. So if you do a blood test through the day, your cortisol levels are going to change, whether you take it in the morning or whether you take it in the afternoon or at the end of the day. So one single blood test is not going to be reliable enough to tell you what's going on with those hormones. Now, however, when there is a sustained dysregulation of that hormone for long periods of time due to perhaps pregnancy, long-term stress, alcohol consumption, medication, then the shift is going to happen onto those hormone glands, those endocrine glands that produce the hormones. And they can even change size, but due to that long-term dysregulation, it doesn't happen instantly. So even though the level of hormones may change throughout the day, and we do a blood test or a saliva test, and then we go, oh my God, the levels are really high, that's not going to give us a full picture. What we need to see is a long-term effect, because the studies are showing that when there's long-term dysregulation due for whatever reason, normally chronic stress and any other pathologies that might be taking place, that hormone is going to cause real havoc in the body. Now, what happens to the solution? When we say yoga can help the hormones and the hormonal system, we're not talking about one yoga class. Yes, it is true that one beautiful yoga practice can help you to reduce those levels of stress hormones because you don't need them throughout the day and you don't need them before you go to sleep at night. However, the work to be able to facilitate a beneficial shift in the hormonal system needs to be long term. It needs to be daily practice, consistency, maybe in the morning, maybe in the evening as well, for days, for weeks, months, and years before we can see any effect. Because we know that hormones are slow. They take a long time to work and to have an effect in the body systems long term. So when we talk about yoga for the hormones, we know that the practice needs to be reliable, consistent, persistent, and long term to be able to have any beneficial effects. Hope you like this toolbox. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.